Yo, 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 yo. Big Cash back up in here. We back with another one, y'all. We got another TikTok collage for y'all, man. Like I said in the last one, people are coming out saying, look, it ain't all about Drake. Remember, UMG created Drake. So it seems like, I guess, they, people, they don't see enough UMG videos. Like, yo, get with them. Like, they created this monster. So what was their agenda? You know what I'm saying? What are they holding behind closed doors that they all of a sudden want to bring out proof on Drake being accused of whatever he being accused of? Why they been holding on to this instead of going to the authorities, right? You know what I'm saying? This is just some of the things that people been saying, like, UMG is evil too. Let's not forget about them. Before we get into that, I want to give a special shout out to Barbie. Yeah, look, I've been giving her a shout out since the other day. She gave the biggest donation on the Cash App. Cash App right there. You know what I'm saying? She gave the biggest donation. I wanted to give her a shout out. Also, Christina. Shout out Christina. She said, she said, my bad, for keep doing what you doing, brother. Much love to you. Shout out to Christina. And shout out to Barbie. Thank y'all so much for donating to the Cash App. It's going to go to a good cause. It's going to keep me delivering this news. Thanks for y'all support. Y'all make sure y'all pick up a copy of Street Dad, Geek Dad, Avoiding the Manufactured Mindset, written by me, Big Kish. The link will be in the description for purchase. Appreciate everybody supporting the book, supporting the channel. Y'all know I like holding y'all. Without further ado, let's get it.
I don't understand why some of y'all are rooting for UMG in this case with Drake. If you think Drake is not culture or Drake is a harm to the culture because of where he was raised or the music he does or what his mom looks like, have you seen any of these UMG execs? Have you seen what they look like? Why does UMG have more of the control to the compensation of the artists that we love? Why do they have control over what music you actually get to hear if you turn on the radio? Their connections to these streaming services, radio stations, award shows, TV, any type of like large media platforms, like they get to choose who gets put in your face. So they choose essentially how hip hop sounds to the rest of the world. But yet you're mad at Drake. Your hatred for Drake blinds you to the fact that UMG is the one who's pushed Drake. UMG is the one who's pushed Kendrick. They push the major artists. So why not be mad at UMG for pushing artists that don't contribute to hip hop if that's your thing? Like that. Does that make sense to y'all? The new thing that I'm seeing is
it makes sense. It makes sense, but we're not just mad at Drake for nothing. And really, like, I'm not mad at none of these ninjas they don't care about me. I some real I get my sleep at night. When I shut this camera off and all this, like, yo, I just bring out the news and we elaborate on it. But when I'm out and about, bruh, I get my rest, bro. I'm not mad at Drake like, hey, I'm not getting any sleep because of what he said. No, it ain't that deep, bro. It ain't that deep. But, you know what I'm saying? He's been doing a lot of things behind the scenes that people didn't know about, and it's a shocker. We like a lot of people grew up listening to him. I think it was more of a connection with some people, and it's no connection with UMG, with Lucien Grange. Ninjas just start finding out who Lucien Grange was. Like, people that didn't know who he was for real. But yeah, it's disappointing how Drake just used the culture for what he wanted to use it for. And, it ain't that, people just picking out Drake out of everybody else. It's just because, like, it is what it is, bro. People let him in, and he did what he did. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it ain't that deep, bro.
that UMG is going to release some documentation showing that Drake, had something with underage girls or something like that. If that is even true, I don't know. I'm not these guys. I'm not friends with these guys. If that happened to be true, that doesn't make UMG good or UMG like a positive figure in, abuse. That means that they were holding on to this information as long as they could benefit and monetize from someone. Like, that still makes this like a horrible system, a horrible corporation that would benefit off other people's abuse as long as they can still, get money from it. They would let this thing go under the table as long as they can still get paid. There is no reason in this to root for UMG. All they're going to do, if Drake is gone, guess what they're going to do? They're going to make another Drake. They're getting rid, always call it like getting rid of ants. Like, if you keep stepping on ants, you'll realize ants will keep coming. You got to go to the anthill. The anthill here are these corporations, these rotten record label banks, whatever you want to call them. Like, they are the reason that you have issues with hip hop and you have issues with who's getting put in people's faces. And certain artists who have a fresh sound or a fresh take will never get to see the light. They'll get to make their music that makes them happy, but they won't be compensated for it or get their music out to the audience that they probably need to reach because of these labels, the botting farms, the connections to the streaming services, the radio. Like, y'all really need to check what you're really about. Is Drake hate worth continuing this cycle of most artists getting stepped on by these labels? I don't know, man. But y'all, the shit's getting weird.
Oh, the black.
I agree with him, but I don't agree with him talking about, we rooting for UMG. Ain't nobody rooting for no UMG. Y'all know how we get down when we put our tinfoil hats on. We getting on all of them. You know what I'm saying? Just like when we was letting people know, like, it's not just Diddy. It's a lot of them, you know what I'm saying? Exposing them too. But this the thing. A lot of these people, they make money off of us when they be promoting they new liquor, when they be promoting they new outfits and all of that shit, they designers and all of that. We not profiting from that. We getting deceived, as the people getting deceived. Go purchase this $1,000 t-shirt and all of that. Nigga, I'd be damn, like I said before, I'd be damn if I ain't gonna make my bread off this situation. I'd be damn if I ain't gonna make my bread off this situation. Because when Drake was popping and he was talking about the new this, the new that, the new this, and had everybody spending their money, yeah, I'm gonna get my bread too. Now, let's get it.
Content creators on YouTube are calling for a media blackout when Drake drops his album Iceman as a protest to Drake and his lawsuit against UMG. And I completely understand, because I think so many of y'all do not understand the severity of this lawsuit and what it means to the future of hip hop and black artists. Drake is literally fighting for lyrics to be used as real and a reason to investigate artists. It's completely asinine. Do y'all not see what's going on in DC? It's basically ICE for black people. And you know why it's able to happen? Because ICE was greenlit. As soon as they greenlit this, or after this lawsuit, and it's okay for an artist to be investigated because of lyrics, who do y'all think will be targeted? Like, who? Yes, it will be black artists. Black artists will be targeted out the gate. And you know what? Pusha T tried to tell us this. Pusha T been telling us about this man for years, telling us that Drake has had UMG censor him multiple times. And the first time that UMG is not able to contractually censor Kendrick Lamar, Drake is now in full-blown Karen mode. I didn't react to the last project, so I definitely wasn't going to react to this one. And if you decide to react, that's your prerogative.
He couldn't censor Kendrick Lamar like he did Pusha T. See, he thought he was going to be able to be like, yo, I don't like this guy. And they was just going to, like, blackball him. You know what I'm saying? Nah, bruh. And she said he was in full-on Karen mode.
But I 1000% respect the black creators who understand their power and will not stand with something that could potentially backfire against black creators.
So we got to
Shout out to Jalopy, man, for starting this movement, man. Shout out to Jalopy. People like people that got a whole lot of subscribers and all that. No, they want everybody to think don't nobody see us. They want everybody to think, oh, they are under 100,000 subscribers. So yeah, them little ants, yeah, don't nobody pay attention to them. They don't have a voice. That's what they want everybody to think. But us as a collective, we get together and we put it on our channels. You got a channel. You got a channel. You got a channel. You got a channel. Bruh, people gonna hear it. People gonna hear it. People gonna hear it. They try to act like their internet is so damn separate from our internet. Like they got a different internet that Elon Musk created and it's just out of this world. No, we got the same internet, Ninja.
Docket number. By the way, when you don't see the blue shit, like this is federal court. Every federal court document is going to have the case number, have a document number, when it's filed, how many pages. Now, this is more than one of three because there's a bunch of documents all together. So this was a declaration of this is Drake's lawyers, which is asking for a motion of leave to serve by a third party. So what's happening is that there's two individuals, one named Kojo, one named this Kaplan guy. They're ducking being served, right? Drake thinks that they're the botters, okay? They're ducking service. Drake said he spent $100,000 trying to serve Kojo. At a point when you've exhausted every means to serve someone, the court could allow you to serve them by posting publicly, maybe the newspaper or like run it on a
Drake. You better,
man. Y'all ain't finding Kojo, man. Y'all ain't finding leave Kojo alone, man. Kojo trying to feed his family. Kojo trying to get a little bread here and there. Leave Kojo alone, man.
cool it now, cool it, stop. You about to lose control. Hey, bro, you better get up. You better just go and let that cake. You might well go and throw that out, boy. And now, UMG talking about, evidence and documents and reports, news reports, accusations of you with minors. And I'm just like, damn, like, woo, boy, nigga, boy, hey, boy, shit, boy, if you don't smell what Lucian is cooking, but yeah, baby, hey, you better get the hint, boy, I'm telling you. I am telling you, boy, they gonna turn your ass to some goddamn Canadian turkey bacon. Like, but like
They gonna turn you into some Canadian turkey bacon. God, Lee, you could tell he probably from Atlanta or something. UMG will be using Drake history with Young and the case with Baka Not Nice. Yeah, that's crazy.
think about that. But I kind of like low key feel bad for your fans. Lying, I really don't. Shit, I really don't. Cause they sticking with you. I don't know what, like they, you know what I mean? They really defending this. They hyped all this up. So you know what? Y'all just keep the show going. Drake, you know what? Damn it, ride it out. Ride it out. Like you ain't got nothing on you. Hey, like you ain't got that. All right. You know what I mean? Like, but you good, supposedly, allegedly. So, shit, go ahead.
It's so sad
But he looked like 21 Savage.
seeing what pages like What's the Dirt turned into, right? So yesterday, news started spreading that UMG stated they would be using Drake's history with minors in their defense in the Aubrey Graham versus UMG case. And then everybody started talking about, oh, they're going to expose Drake and yada, 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 his whole history with young girls and whatnot. And I feel like people have taken the context out of what, like the reason that they're doing it. They're starting to twist narratives that aren't even there. For instance, we have What's the Dirt, YouTuber who considers themselves like a YouTube journalist and likes to deep dive into narratives and create narratives based off of his deep dives and stuff like that. Started out as a really good, reputable page, but it turned into something nasty over the last couple months. Anyways, he posted, UMG doesn't have anything.
it turned into something nasty over the last couple of months. I don't know what he been up to, man.
Solid on Drake with respect to minors. They will just present articles, rumors, and recycled headlines. Drake knew this was coming. That's exactly why you filed a defamation lawsuit. These theories can be debunked in court. It's all going to be proven false. That's literally the point of doing this. Why on earth would he file a claim in the first place? Use your brains. This is really ironic from somebody who made a video based on the 616 in LA song that Kendrick dropped.
Hey, yo, we get the information from you, motherfucker. Not everybody, but some people got the information from What's the Dirt. He was breaking a lot of stuff to some people. To some, like the new fans and people who didn't know like what was going on. Like the people who didn't hear the diss records in the beginning. They just popped up on, and What's the Dirt came up in the algorithm. You turned a lot of people on, bro. I think it's too late, boy.
Where he pointed out, it was like an hour long, if I'm not mistaken, where he was pointing out Drake's history with minors. Now, let me say this. The point of UMG saying they're going to use Drake's history with minors in their defense is not to prove that Drake is a PDF. I've stated from the jump, I don't walk around calling Drake a PDF. I think Drake has a very weird history involving minors, though. I think those are two totally different things. But Drake has done really weird things with minors. I just can't call him a PDF 100%. You feel me? He has a weird history with minors. And that's the point of UMG's defense. Kendrick did not create a narrative that Drake is a PDF. This has been a narrative in the blogs, across the internet, for years, for the better part of a decade, if not longer. That is the point of what UMG is saying. They do not have to prove that Drake is a PDF to win this case. All they have to do is say, hey, Kendrick didn't start this rumor. Kendrick said, hey, Drake, I heard you like him young. Because he heard that Drake likes him young. Here's the places that he saw this and heard this. All of these articles, these videos with him and with the 17-year-old. Matter of fact, when What's the Dirt made a video and posted this.
I mean, come on, guys. Like, I'm a fair man, but, like, I'm not even assuming here. Like, these are clearly teenagers.
And it's like, What's the Dirt? Man. You know that. You know that. And it's like you're playing dumb now. And there's rumors that he signed to deal with, like, Happy Dad. And there's some people involved in that company that have ties to certain people. And ever since that happened, he, like, switched his whole narrative game up and whatnot. He's pushing certain agendas because he's getting paid and stuff like that. And I told y'all things like that happen within the creator space all the time. So don't necessarily be shocked when
he probably was on the phone with them like, yeah, hell yeah, I'll switch up everything. What do you want me to say? I'll do it. Yep. He probably had it all mapped out how he was gonna switch up.
Somebody's fair in, everybody has their biases, but they try to call it fair, but then they just start going heavily or leaning heavily one way or whatnot. Some people do it for free sweatsuits and some people actually get paid, But yeah, like, the point in which they're using that in their defense. It's not to like,
people be getting compromised over free sweatsuits, boy. God.
Okay, we're going to prove that Drake is a PDF. It's like, no, there's a history of people saying this, and Kendrick just used that. There's a reason that Drake said, say he likes young girls. I heard it on a Joe Budden podcast. It got to be true. There's a reason he said he heard it on a Joe Budden podcast. People have been saying this for a long time. That's what they're proving, right? So then it's like, okay, he said certified lover boy, certified, you feel me? Now it's that certified word, you feel me? Now the defense is saying, oh, well, that's a play on Drake's album name, Certified Lover Boy. And then the prosecutor and the judge like, oh, well, how can we gauge if the casual listener knows that's a play off of Drake's Certified Lover Boy album and they wouldn't just take that as fact and stuff? These are things that are being argued. If you read the transcripts and stuff, these are things that are being argued, and these are the points of which they're like, okay, we're going to use this in our defense, we're going to use this in our defense, yada, yada, yada. You feel me? It's that simple. It's that simple. But some people, I don't know. It's like people want to be purposefully dense because they know people are going to be in the comments like, yeah, you're right, yeah. Whatever, man. How you guys feel about this? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah, y'all let me know what y'all think about this TikTok collage, man. Yeah, I'm gonna go dig up some more stuff. Y'all let me know what y'all think, bro. That switch up was crazy. That switch up was crazy. But yeah, what do y'all think about, people need to start making videos on UMG. Is that something y'all interested in? Is that something y'all interested, like, as far as like deep diving and with like Whitney Houston and all of that, Prince and Michael Jackson, and you know what I'm saying? Like, what y'all think about that? Y'all let me know in the comment section. Big Kish signing out. Going, y'all.